and welcome back to Star Stable The Spring Riders. We're now on episode 3 and I think we are going to Beauvista. Because that's the only quest we have. We're supposed to give some baked buns to Lorna Thorne in Beauvista. So finally, we're gonna see that place. Seriously, if you look at the grass texture, this is something different from what we've seen before. Am I just imagining things? I said it in the last episode too, that this grass texture feels very different. And I still stand by that. I feel like it's very different. It's looking very fresh and very green and very springy. I hope the Beauvista stables pay better than Ronnie Bob. Here we go! You have discovered Beauvista stable, so you must be Lorna Thorne. Freshly baked buns, how lovely. I'm wondering what she's up to. She wouldn't do this unless she had some kind of hidden agenda. And by she means Ronnie Bob. Just to make that very clear. Hi Eleanor, good to see you here at Beauvista Stables. I heard that you've been doing some work for Jordan Jett at Rockville. You know, she has asked me if I want to rent my paddock and stables out to her for the riding camp she is planning. If I decide to do it, which I'm not sure I will, I want it to be in perfect shape all the time. I'd really appreciate if you would like to help me out with chores in the stables, and in case you're wondering, I pay better than both Rockville and Bay Ridge. Yes, that was what I was hoping for. A lot better. Check out the placard if you are interested. Well, yes, I am very much interested to see how much you pay. Let's see what the placard says first. Stable hands wanted. Beauvista stables are in search of new stable hands to get work done in the stables. We pay a premium over any of the other stables in the area. Check the placard for work, Lorna Thorne. Alright, I'm interested to see how much she actually pays. So let's do a round of stable chores. I find it so ironic how Jordan Jett told me to not use my own brush and bucket, but I can still keep doing it and my horse's needs will go up as well. I don't see why I would use this bucket when I can use this bucket. I just don't. There are way more benefits to using your own bucket, and besides, that one usually has water anyway. Ooh! I'm getting a lot of money from this, like 150 or 200 for one task. I had 490 and now I have 1,000. That means I got 600 or 550 or 650. I'm not entirely sure, but that's a lot of money. I want to do more stable tours here. I better do all my stable tours here instead of anywhere else. Does feeding the horses give me hunger stats as well? Because I cannot remember having fed my horse at all in this game. I think I should start just doing stable chores instead of taking care of my horse. That is way more efficient and I get paid for, you know, increasing my horse's needs. But yeah, I get 600 stable points for one round of stable chores in this stable. And that is the best payment we've had this far in the Star Stable games. I think at Pine Hill we got 500 for one round of stable chores. Here we got 600. So that's certainly good, and I'm gonna remember that. Let's see, we don't have any quests, do we? Well, we have to do something about that. So let's go up here and see what this is all about. Oh, it's Sabine! I didn't know she was in this game as well. I heard that you were trying to get on Jordan Jett's good side, but you will have no chance in competing with me. My father knows her, and he will be sponsoring the camp, so I am working with her already. I put together a little track for the students that you can try if you like, but I'm quite convinced that the time I've set is far too difficult for you. You know, it's interesting how they kept to Sabine's character in this game, while some of the other Dark Riders, Katja and Jessica, don't really seem to be acting like themselves. It's really weird. Like, they kept some of them close to their actual characters, but with others, they don't. Mr. Sans and Sabine are the way they're supposed to be. I wonder if we're gonna see Mr. Sans in more games. I don't think so, but who knows? I don't know if you remember, but in Starshine Legacy as well, it was said that her father had contributed to the school or whatever. Like, she's from a very rich and powerful family. And she was in Star Academy too, it's mentioned by Herman. Anyway, we got the medal. No, it's not a medal, it's just the tryouts. Lucky, I'm sure. At least you will have no chance on the medal times. Well, oh my god! I can't believe I leveled up there! Didn't I think I was like here or something. I had over half a level left and I leveled up. That's crazy. Okay, that's a bronze. I want to save that. I see that a quest popped up here. Is that Linda? I think maybe it is. Well, I don't want to do the medals yet anyway. I want to get the horse for that. The good horse. Oh, I gotta remember to check the horses in this stable. Why didn't I do that when I was doing the chores? Who knows? Maybe they're pretty good horses. Oh, Eleanor, great that you came by. I don't know what to do. Look at our paddock. It has been completely destroyed by fat rats that have been digging tunnels all over it. Lorna is going to be completely upset if she sees this. And Jordan Jett from Rockville is coming to make an inspection anytime now. Anytime now. Jesus Christ, speak, Eleanor. You really need to help me. Could you try and check with Mallard at the Beauvista shop if he has a spade that he could lend me? Okay, we could always do that. So we're going back to Beauvista. Maybe we should check the horses when we're there anyway. Okay, this one also costs 6,000, but the strength is not very impressive. It has max speed and discipline, but as far as I remember, the one at Rockville was better. Yeah, okay, I'm getting the one at Rockville. That is decided. It's crazy that the best horse, in my opinion at least, I don't know if this one here that costs 6,000 is better. But I think I remember, I was more pleased with the stats of the one in Rockville at least. So I'm gonna buy that one. And it's crazy that the starter stable has that good of a horse, because usually the stables and the horses get better as you progress in a game. You've discovered Beauvista Village! And here's the guy we're supposed to talk to. A spade for Linda, the dressage instructor at the Beauvista stables. Let me see. She's the dressage instructor. Nope, no spades. I just remember selling my last one to Lorna earlier today. Why don't you go check with her? Ah. So, yeah, spade invader. Why do you call it a spade invader when she bought it? If she bought it fair and square with her own hard-earned money, then it's not an invader, is it? What are you saying, Eleanor? Has the entire paddock been dug up by fat rats? I don't know what to say, and I really need the spade I bought from Millard from for the stables. They must look their best for the inspection, and it is no good to have rusty tools laying around. But wait, you're right, I have the old spade, of course. Why don't you see if you can find it? I think I hid it behind the stables, waiting to throw it away. Come back to me before you head off to Linda at the paddock, just so that we can make sure that it really is the right spade. Okay, so you just put it behind the stables? What's the point of that? Like, I know you're gonna throw it away, but why behind the stables? Why not just put it right in front of you so that you remember to take it with you? Why hide it? I guess she was afraid that maybe the inspectors would come sooner or something, so she had to hide it. I don't know. That's it. That is the old spade. And I leveled up already! Wow! I'm impressed. I did not expect to level up this much in this episode. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to do more stable chores at this pace, because I will soon be such a high level that I have to buy the horse soon. I will run out of quests at this pace. Okay, Eleanor, take this spade down to Linda and make sure that the paddock looks as good as new for the inspection. Okay. Let's get back to Linda. A spade, great, but I will never be able to finish this on my own while getting the rest ready for the inspection. Let me guess, I have to do it? This is like so typical and nobody pays me for the hard work I put in. Eleanor, if you could help me with filling the holes and I'll work on the final preparations for the inspection. That way we might have a chance to get the paddock ready for inspection. If she comes, that is, I'm not as sure as Lorna seems to be. Oh, okay, so it's not, they're not sure if they're gonna come and inspect the paddock at all. That's weird. Why are they stressing out if it's not certain that they're gonna come and inspect it? Okay, so it sounds like at Bay Ridge, they are very against Jordan Jett's plans. But here in Beauvista, they seem to be kind of on the edge. They kind of seem to be warming up to the idea. I wonder how this is gonna go in the end. Like, I don't remember this story. Yes, that's it. The paddock is back in the same good shape again. You can hardly see that the rats have been here. It will surely pass inspection. Okay, that's good. Now what? If you have the time, it would be great to get some feedback on my dressage exercises that I've put together. Lorna really wants to impress Jordan Jett, so I've done my best. Okay, so now we're starting the dressage thingy. So we're just gonna do this first one. I don't bother with the medals. Like that's my regular procedure anyway. Alright, that was no problem. Or that is, I messed up a little bit in the beginning. I'm gonna cut that from the video so nobody sees. Great, it looked and felt good. I hope that you can work with me to demonstrate these to Jordan if she comes over. Sure, and... oh, okay, you have more for me. Moving on up. Eleanor, you've done some really good work with me here in the paddock. At the paddock. And thanks again so much for helping me clean up after those rats. If there is an inspection, Lorna will have to thank you for helping out. Therefore, I have a little tip for you. One of my best friends is Anne, probably the best dressage rider we've ever produced on this island. Well, that certainly sounds like Anne, right? And Jordan has hired her to fix up the old Sunnyvale arena to hold the really advanced dressage classes during spring break riding camp. If you want to get some help to improve your riding, tell her I suggested that you should talk to her. Oh, that was a mouthful. But yeah, I will certainly do that. Let's see. Sunnyvale Arena, so that's there. But I see that we have a quest here as well, so we should probably check that one out. Hopefully we'll get to finish that before ending the video. It's funny how some of these characters are very true to their characters. Sometimes even the soul riders sound like themselves, like personality-wise. But it still does make sense that they're here and that they change locations for every single game and that they don't have their own horses. So I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird take on this whole world, these games. Oh hey, it's Buck. And he has an adult voice. What is wrong with some of the voices in these games? Hey, you, Eleanor, could you fetch me 3 thick branches? There should be some close by in the woods. Okay. So we're just picking up branches? Couldn't you have done that yourself? Great! That's all you have to say. You're not gonna thank me or anything. You're just gonna say great. Okay. Now the next step. I see that I see what you're thinking. That I'm dressed a bit strangely for this season. I didn't think that at all. You always look like this. But soon it will all be clear to you. You see, I want to use the branches that you helped me pick to build a goal so that I can trade for the next hockey season. As you've noticed, there aren't many hockey rinks. Hockey rinks? Is that something? Around here. It is all paddocks and stables. I've marked the perfect spot down on the beach. Alright. So it's right behind you. Why do you have to mark it on the map when it's right behind you? You can just point and say, hey, put the branches down here. Thanks, that will help me get some practice in for the next year. And I leveled up already. How many levels have I leveled this episode? I think did I start on like level 6 or something? Or 7? I think I've leveled like 3 times already. And that's a crazy amount this late in the game. You wouldn't think that you'd level this much this late in the game. That's what I'm missing. Something to use for pucks. My mother won't let me buy pucks. She thinks hockey is far too violent. But I really want to train. I wonder what I could use. Don't you think that apples might be a really good idea? I've seen some lying around at the Beauvista stables. They're probably for the horses, but nobody will notice if a few go missing, don't you think? How many do I need? I think 3 would be a good start. Okay, it's getting late, so we have to hurry. I don't think apples would be the best pucks. I think they would probably just be smashed when you try to hit them with your stick. I don't see how that will work out for very long. Maybe if you like pick them off the trees, but it looked like they had already fallen off the tree, which usually means that they are getting kind of like soft. Apples, great! Now there's only one thing left. I thought that was the last thing you needed. I need a goalie. That way my practice will be much more effective. Can you please try to find Kevin and ask him to come down to the beach? Oh, Kevin? I didn't know Kevin was in this game. But wait, in the Winter Riders he lived at Meander. Or was that, wait, he's been in all of the 3 games actually. Because in the Autumn Riders he was visiting his grandma. And he was standing around the woods with Disco. And in the Winter Riders, I think that is where he lived in the Winter Riders. Like in Meander. That's what it's called. So I'm interested to see if they say that he lives here now. Do I want to be a goalie and let Buck practice hockey by shooting apples at me at the beach? I think that is the craziest idea I've ever heard. You know that Buck is rumored to shoot a puck through the trunk of a tree with his hockey stick, right? Oh, that sounds crazy. I don't want to become Swiss cheese just to entertain him. And that's it. That's all the quests we had with Buck and Kevin, apparently. Didn't say anything about him living here, though. So I suppose that if we count this as canon, he could probably just be visiting someone. You know, I know it's getting late and all, but I really wanna do a round of stable chores, because I want to get the horse now. Because what we're doing in next episode is we're visiting Anne, and then we're gonna discover this place, and then we're gonna get XP for doing the thing with her. So we might actually reach level 11 pretty early in next episode. So if I do stable chores now, then I can afford the horse. Yeah? And now we're all alone. Great. Wait, what? She's still here. Does that mean I can actually just keep doing stable chores? Why is she up at night? I've never seen this before. I did not expect this. I was expecting to have to sleep. That means I can actually do stable chores throughout the night without her disappearing. And if we look at the map, everyone is actually still present. Now this is very, very surprising.
20 minutes later.
So I actually did it. I did stable chores throughout the night. So now I don't actually have to sleep. I just have to save, because it's already morning. So I'll save in this shelter here, and I will see you next week. And now we can finally afford the horse and a little bit of gear, hopefully. Yeah, I'll see you next week when we're going to the Sunnyvale Arena to meet Anne. Bye!